I don't know about where you live, but here in Kentucky, it is hotter than blue blazes outside in this heat wave. So in today's video, I'm so excited to share 2 easy, budget-friendly energy savers that my husband and I are doing in our house to stay cool in this heat wave. Then we're also going to be tackling this hutch. I need to declutter it and get it ready for a back to school, as well as just general tidy around the house. So if you need some cleaning motivation, you're in the right spot. I'm so glad that you're here today. Let's go ahead and get started. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Hello sunshine, and welcome back to another video. First off, I want to apologize for the sound quality in this. I went to find my little microphone piece to plug into my phone so that I could use the microphone, and it has disappeared. Somehow when we were switching rooms, it has gotten lost in the chaos, so I'm probably just going to have to order another one off of Amazon because there's no telling where the itty bitty piece went. So anyway, I'm sorry that it might sound a little different than my previous videos. But welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here. If you're new, hello and welcome. My name is Jessie, and I like to post all kinds of homemaking motivation on my channel. In the last video that really blew up, I'm not trying to brag, but oh my goodness, thank you, Jesus. I don't know where all of you came from, but I'm so excited that you're here and that you found me, and I hope you enjoy all the videos. And just thank you so much for all the love on my last video. I didn't have very many negative comments, and for that I am grateful, but I'm seriously so thankful for everybody that is tuning in, and I'm very excited that you're here. Just a note real quick, by the sink you might have noticed that little bowl with something floating in it. That is my bowl that I store my sponge in, and my son got like one of these little tiny Jesus figurines, and he's just floating around in there right now. Moving into the bedroom, I got some more spray wood to clean the windows, so we are going to get these windows all nice and shiny clean. Now, no, they are not going to be perfectly clean. I already can hear the comments now. You didn't clean the windows all the way. No, we did not, because honey, we like to keep the oven outside. And we've already got one in the kitchen. We don't need another one. So, yeah, my husband is just going to wash this side of the windows, and that's going to be good enough for me. And thankfully, the sprayway didn't get me all choked up and burn my lungs this time. So, praise the Lord. That's a little miracle in itself. So, what do we have here? We have this 4-pack of No Tools original pleated paper shades, because it gets so hot in this room, even with the AC and the curtains. So Justin found these at Lowe's. What were they like?
It was for 4. It was $19.99.
It was $19.99 for 4 of these, so about $5 a piece. So a budget-friendly energy-saving hack that we're gonna install by we, I mean Justin, in the windows. So.
And they come in different colors. You can get them in white, gray, and beige.
White, gray, and black, right?
Black, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah.
And I don't want to put it right here. I want to actually put it from the inside lip, so it can come all the way down to the air conditioner. So we're going to measure from inside to inside. Be 30 and 1/16.
He had mentioned these paper shades to me about a month ago, and I was like, that sounds really weird. I don't know about that. So I actually looked it up online to see what he was actually talking about, because the way he explained it, I was so confused. So you're measuring it and cutting it to what we want.
Right.
Our good adult scissors have disappeared, so he was trying to use these child scissors, and apparently that was not working, so he moved on to using the box cutter on a hard surface, and it was a lot easier to get these little paper shades cut down to the measurements that we need them, and he cleaned up the edges a bit so they look a lot nicer. At least I'm gonna enjoy it.
Alright, so now peel off the sticky adhesive.
There's a sticky adhesive? What?
Sticky adhesive. Hold on, buddy. Love you. No, he's a...
Oh, I broke it.
It didn't break.
Okay. I thought I broke that wand off the blinds, and I was going to be so mad at myself, but I didn't break it. That's just how they are.
Give me the thing.
I thought you were going to take my hand and dance with me.
It's just a weighted clip. You keep the bottom down.
Oh. Okay, so that's it. That was pretty simple, right?
And it's a save a lot of money, hopefully.
How cool do you think that's cool to it down so far?
A couple degrees already. And then keep that there.
It's pretty awesome that it came in a 4-pack because we have exactly 4 windows that we need to do this to. So this is in the youngest boy's room. My last video was switching them into this bigger room that used to be mine and my husband's bedroom. And are you even married if your husband doesn't grab your butt at every opportunity? He said he was there to support me, but wink, wink, we know he wasn't. Anyway, so we're in here now to give their room a little cool down as well. So got to get these windows all spick and span nice and shiny and cool it down. As you can tell from our bedroom, the setup of these little paper shades is actually very simple. It only takes a few minutes to do. So if you need an easy, budget-friendly way to cool down your room, I would highly recommend these. They're working out great. And so far, Rip hasn't jumped in them to rip them down, and the kids haven't messed with them. So I also forgot to mention these little clips at the bottom are weighted clips that hold them down so they don't just like spring back up into action. Another plus is I think this is the only home improvement project my husband and I have done together where we didn't want to bite each other's heads off in the middle or near the end because it was just that simple. So there you go. I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that you can already feel it cooling down in this room. It's so Next, awesome.
we
picked up these Filtrete air filters to switch out. So we're he's gonna take the old one out and put this new one in.
The other ones are really cheap. They're like $4 a piece. These are 2 for $20. But it helps with allergens.
Ooh, that's important because everybody has allergies up in this house. I believe we picked these up at Lowe's as well. They were just in the middle of the store, and it was so funny because we looked everywhere for them and could not find them.
That's after 30 days.
Let's see that. That is filthy.
And you can see the difference.
Yeah, that's, wow.
This one doesn't have any wire. This one has wire in the...
So hopefully it'll get even more.
Yeah. And if you notice, our air is on, but we've already saved so much energy so far with the heat. Our air is just not even running.
Oh.
Because this is all, it's not sucking in.
Awesome. Do we need to dust the sides off in there?
You can if you want to.
Now back to the kitchen. I took a little break to go install those with him, but I just need to get this straightened up in here. I did the dishes at the beginning, as you know, and I need to clear the counters off and give those a good scrub down. So editing this is so satisfying, and you'll see why. I don't know why, but I got a lot of compliments on my floors in the last video, and I love the floors in this house and the countertops. They're just my favorite. But here's a little overview of how gross the stovetop is, so you see why I need to scrub it so vigorously. I do plan on giving the kitchen a deep clean, maybe in the next video, where I like scrub inside the stove and give the cabinets a good wipe down, good scrub down, decorate it and get ready to clean it and get ready to decorate for fall, which is one of my favorite things to decorate for. So y'all can be looking forward to that video. But let me know, when do you decorate for fall? Do you like to do it really early? I know some people have already started, and more power to you. I think that is awesome, and I love watching those videos. I like to start early August, I believe. Usually we get some kind of respiratory illness and it puts me back behind schedule. So I've already caught that in July. So I think I'm going to decorate in the next couple of weeks. So just let me know when you like to decorate. I'm just using some of my dish soap on a sponge to clean because that's what I have right now. I probably could have used Barkeeper's Friend, but I didn't think about it, so oh well. And I really like to use dish rags for this, but I didn't have one, so I just used one of the towels that I had. And yeah, it's from, I think it's an autumn one. I feel kind of weird already using it, talking about wanting to decorate for fall, but I guess that's a little preview of, you know, fall content, so there you go. But I do know I'm not going to be bringing out the fall stuff next week because they're actually telling us we're going to be having dangerous heat and to like avoid going outside because it's going to be 120 heat index and like the actual temperatures over 100. So no thank you. I will just stay inside my house in the air conditioner with my paper shades and just, you know, I don't know, do stuff with the kids inside and put them on a screen. Because they can't go outside and play because they might melt or bake like a brownie. And I am so sorry for all the background noise that y'all are hearing right now. I cannot get my dog to sit down, so you hear the clickety-clack of his nails, but it's kind of cute if you think about it. It's the soundtrack of my life, and I wouldn't change it for anything. In my last video, a large number of women really resonated with what I said about low estrogen and not giving a crap anymore. And I'm going to be honest, I heard a comedian say that. It was just on my Facebook news feed, and so I repeated it, and then somebody commented that's not true. So I was like, oh, I hope I didn't just lead all these women astray, and that's why they don't care about things, and you know, that's not the right answer. So I had to Google it, and I learned that yes, estrogen does in fact affect your ability to give a crap. Why? Science lesson, because estrogen does regulate key neurotransmitters. It affects serotonin, which is like the feel-good hormone. It affects dopamine and norepinephrine. And norepinephrine is focused on like energy and stuff like that. Anyway, if you have a declining level of estrogen, then it really will affect your levels of anxiety. It can lead to depression and your irritability, which is the quote-unquote give a crap. So yes, low estrogen really affects your ability to give a crap, and mine's getting pretty low, so that's where we are. And I think it's amazing that so many of you resonated with that and related to it and just took off and had so much fun with it. So it's just really nice to meet you all and know that I'm not alone in that, and it's a universal experience, and I just love y'all for it. Quickly learning that I forgot a few things on the grocery list, such as my organic sugar, so I need to order some more of that. And then I thought it would be really cool to hang this picture over the light fixture, but not today. So for the decluttering project today, I'm going to be tackling this hutch back here. Sorry, Rip has decided he wants to have a little snack. Anyway, I mainly need to go through the drawers again. If you've been here a while, you know I've gone through this several times. But this is where, like, the homeschool stuff is. And I don't homeschool, so I'm going to go through there and just finally declutter that, give it to somebody that needs it. And just, you know, straighten up the top here. This is all stuff that needs to be put in the basement with the Christmas storage. And try to figure out, you know, just where I want everything. So that is what we're going to tackle today. So I hope it gives you some motivation to, you know, declutter something in your home today that's been bothering you. This is in my laundry room. Let me flip you around. So it's right here in my laundry room by the back door. And all of that's clean laundry. This has stayed pretty clean. I'm really excited about that. And there's a few things in the floor I'll pick up. But anyway, yeah, I'll get this straightened up as well. So we're going to do this and declutter my hutch. So let's get to it. I have really been putting this off because I know the top has so much stuff on it, but really it took me like a minute to get everything down. So if you're procrastinating doing something like this, just get up and do it. I promise it will not take as long. And the mental energy it frees up, not procrastinating and thinking about it, it's so much less than actually dreading the task. I hope that makes sense. I think we're just going to use these plates to eat off of. I like to bring those out in the fall time, so it's about that time anyway, so I'm going to grab those and not put them back up here for now, because I'd really like to keep the top of this hutch pretty clear I just like to leave that plant up there and the little bird cage. So I'm just getting everything else taken down. There's a lot of school supplies up there. I think because the basket of pencils was up there and it's broken, that some of the pencils like fell out of it. So I'm just going to grab all those and stick them in that basket. I will not be going through all of those like pencils and all the crayon boxes today. I'm going to save that for a back to school special. Wait, I'm not ABC. I'm not having a back to school video where I do like back to school prep and like a little supplies haul and things like that. So I'm not going to be decluttering all of that today, and honestly that would take too much brain power that I do not possess. It's been a long day. I'm actually doing this reset in one afternoon because I waited till the last minute to film this for you guys, but sometimes you light that fire under my butt and that is when I get the work done, and that's exactly what I did today. But I really do need to get ahead of filming so that I'm not, down to the wire every time and stressing myself out and giving myself a dadgum headache. Anyway, this top drawer has always housed the kids' like coloring books and crayons and like art stuff like that. And then I've just been throwing in papers that I want to save. I currently do not have memory boxes for them, but it is on my to get list to get a little plastic box with like file folders in it to put stuff from each school year so that when they graduate I can just give it to them. But in the meantime, I've just been putting it in this drawer, and I've got another pile somewhere or a bag or something. I don't know. I'm trying to get my life together, one drawer, one bag at a time. Each time I declutter this, I do get rid of a little bit more. I'm having a hard time. I don't know why. This is the hardest thing for me to declutter is the art stuff, because sometimes the kids want to do fun crafty things and other times they don't want to touch it. So it's hard for me to let it go in case, they want to do it. But I have a ton of stickers, as you can see, and every year at the beginning of the school year, for elementary school at least, the boys have a project for school where they have to decorate a little notebook with things that they enjoy, and then you put tape on it to keep the stickers on there, and it's like their journal that they write in every day. So the stickers have really come in handy for that project every year. So that's why I keep a ton of those, and then I just like to play with stickers myself if I get bored. Like to put them in my planner or like on to-do list. And this is a little Happy Sweet 16 from my dad. He printed it off when we had a desktop computer. Do y'all remember? It was back in the day when we had to get a disc that said AOL on it and actually put that disc in the computer to download the internet, and the email was whatever address at juno.com. That's back in the day. Thumbs up if you remember those days. That's how you got internet. You had to dial it up from a disc. Good times. I mean, my kids could never. They crap a squealy worm if they have to sit through a 10-second ad on YouTube. And I remember as a kid having to erase the clock to get up during commercials and go to the bathroom, go pop some popcorn, fix a drink, or fix my parents a drink if they needed one, and then get back to the TV in time for the show to come back on. Those were the days. Well, I hope you enjoyed that trip down memory lane. Now back to the present. I am getting all of these stickers in one bunch together. I did have them in that Ziploc bag, but it's kind of getting overfilled. So I think, let's see, my youngest is going into 3rd grade. So 4th grade, I think he goes to a different school and he won't have that assignment anymore. So after this year, I will probably declutter a lot of those stickers that I know are not going to be used. And that makes me sad. But I'm going to have a high schooler this fall, a 6th grader, and a 3rd grader. And it just completely blows my mind every year that they get older. They're always going to be my babies. And I know that all of you that have kids know what I'm talking about. There was also these random metal hooks in the drawer, and I've just put all of those into that little container on the floor right there. And I've got all of this gathered up because it is trash. Moving on to this drawer, this is the homeschool drawer. I did homeschool for a couple of years, and I don't know, just keeping all of this stuff, it gives me hopes that the kids will want to sit down one day and actually do the things, but I've come to accept that is just not who we are. They are not the kids who are going to sit and do the workbooks, even if I did ever homeschool again. So this is all too young for them now, and I know somebody out there will really appreciate, going into a thrift store and finding these materials for a good low price. This has all of the pieces, I believe. I'm going to get it put back together. It's a little Good and the Beautiful Math, what is it called? Manipulatives box. That's a tongue tie. tongue twister. Good grief, my brain farted. Yeah, so I'm just going to get this drawer cleaned out, and I'm going to hold on to the stuff that I decide to declutter. And I do find quite a few things that I'm not going to keep. But then I do decide to keep like these little multiplication books from Good and the Beautiful, because my third grader is going to be working on multiplication, and the musical multiplication program is actually pretty good. It helped my middle son learn his facts. And then I have this brain quest that I thrifted, and I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, oh, here we go down memory lane again. I can't help it, but I loved reading these brain quest cards, and I read encyclopedias and dictionaries. I mean, that's probably why I'm so good at Trivial Pursuit, and I just have a random bunch of knowledge about different topics. I'm not an expert on anything. It's because I like to read stuff like that. But anyway, I think I'm gonna donate it because my kids aren't into that. But I am gonna keep some of these learning books, like this dry erase math book, and this handwriting cursive book. I think I decided to hold on to that. But this is like a Dollar Tree book that I'm probably not going to use. I can't remember if I declutter or not. We'll see in a second. But I am going to get rid of this manuscript tablet and these books that I thrifted. I was really excited to find them, but we're just not going to use them. So they're just taking up space in this drawer. And my friend Ashley on here from Her Homemaking Heart, she shared in a video a while back about how she decluttered all of her homeschool stuff, and that it's okay to embrace the season that you're in. It's okay to look back and appreciate the time that you had. But for me, hanging on to these things just makes me feel guilty for not doing it anymore, and I don't want to hold on to guilt. I want to move forward, so holding on to the past can be hard, and I'm ready to let it go so that I can embrace the season I'm in and accept the new future that we have. I did decide, after all, to keep this top drawer, the coloring books and art station for the boys. I thought about moving it somewhere else in the house, but I decided against it for now. So all the coloring books are going to be in here. Their little learning books, as well as their little boxes of crayons and markers and scissors and things like that. So I think that all turned out really well. And I'm going to put these other things in the living room bookcase. The little, that box set of books right there, and the little world game. I got that at Dollar Tree, and it's just a little felt. We turned it into a game where you pick where in the world the animals belong. And my youngest son actually really enjoys that. So we're going to keep that, and I'm just going to put that in the living room. So if he ever wants to go play that or do puzzles, they're all right there at his fingertips, so he doesn't even have to ask me for help. He can just get it himself and have some fun. But that will be pretty much it for decluttering these drawers, and it feels so good to have it done. Now, to clear the top of it off, I'm just going to move these baskets to another location until I do that back to school video where I go through and declutter those and, put them all together. And I decided to just put the hutch back together the way that I had it. I really like how peaceful it feels, and it's a nice welcoming thing you see when you first walk in the back door. And my husband can just put his little his pocket contents in that little basket for now. But to get the laundry room straightened up, I just want to get all of these clean clothes put away. So we're gonna get those put in the hamper, and those will be sitting in the living room for me to watch a movie and fold later. So I'm going to actually decluttered that big white comforter. We washed and dried it first, so somebody else can, go to a thrift store and get that. It's a really nice blanket, but I'm done with it, so we're going to get rid of it. And then I found this chocolate cereal to put away until I can make a little treat with it. I'm thinking of putting it with some marshmallows, kind of like Rice Krispie treats, but it's the Count Chocula cereal. I don't know, like little cereal bars. If you got any ideas, let me know in the comments. But just clearing these machines off, I don't know why everything turns into a hot spot, but it does. But if you watched my laundry declutter video, you know that it's so much better than what it was. So we are making some progress. Baby steps, people, baby steps. I'm going to pick up all this junk out of the floor and get it put away. And I find out that there's clothes in the washing machine, so I can actually start a load and go grab some out of the bathroom and get that going. And thankfully there was nothing in the dryer, so I didn't have to worry with that. I decided to wipe the dryer off. It's got all this lint on it, But you'll see that that was kind of a silly decision to make, because then I remember I need to check the lint trap again, because my teenage son did a load of laundry before this and he always forgets to check the lint trap. And that's like one of my big fears is dryer fires. And holy moly, look at that. It's a good thing I came in here to check it, but I have to wipe the dryer off again from all of that lint. But that's okay, safety first, and I'm glad I thought to do that. Really need to get him to understand he needs to clean that out. But that is a lesson for the next laundry load. Then I wonder, usually I leave this trash for him to take out too, but I'm sick of looking at it. I'd rather just get it done now. So I'm like, oh, I could take it out, or I could wait for him. I don't know. It's really hard sometimes, mamas, to, wait for your kids to do it. But in the dog days of summer, my kids are sleeping really late, and I don't want to go wake him up because he was up all night. So I decide, I'm just going to throw it out there, and he can take it, down to the burn pile from there. And that way it's out of my house, out of my sight, and I'm happy mama. So this is how everything looks. I love how it's so fresh, so clean, and inviting, ready for the new week. I mean, look, doesn't this look so much more calming and peaceful? I just love it. The last thing I need to do in today's video is get these clean dishes put away. So I just want to again say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for joining me today and for subscribing to my channel. If you're new, I appreciate you so much. Let me know if y'all have any prayer requests. I'd love to pray for you. And I'm going to do a Q&A soon because I have so many new faces here. So if you have any kind of question for me, I'm going to pin a comment, and I want you to leave the question under the pinned comment so I can keep them all in one place and I keep track of them. Because last time I asked for questions and they were all in the comments, and then my comments disappeared and I didn't get to answer any questions. So yeah, leave them under the pinned comment and I will do a Q&A and a video coming up. But I hope you enjoyed today's video and got so much motivation to tackle your week. I maybe got some good budget-friendly tips to stay cooler in this hot weather. Y'all stay cool, stay hydrated, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful for you. I hope you have a wonderful, blessed week. And until I see you in the next one, be grateful, give grace, and God bless. Rip is trying to hog the camera, making it very difficult to film. You go outside? You go outside? Yeah?
Get some scissors real fast.
Okay. Rip. You wanna go outside? Daddy let you outside. All done.